Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with number 114 in the series Viewers Games and also move 20 in a legendary game, Rick against the Chess to Impress viewers. But first let's look at this viewers game. It is Mouhamed's turn. Mouhamed from France, I think that's where he's from. Hey Rick, thank you for not forgetting my turn to analyze my game. I'll be happy if you'll check this game I played recently against a national master. I missed a mate in one move in the end, because of time trouble. Thank you for your helpful videos. Well, what is this about? Mouhamed missing a mate in one, how did that finish? It was played on chess.com, and the time control was 3 minutes and a 1 or 2 second increment, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was a blitz game. Mouhamed was white, had a rating of 1858 on chess.com, and his opponent was Alex Q Chess, with a rating of 2003. d4 was played by Mouhamed, our hero in this game. Knight f6 from his opponent. c4, e6, knight f3, avoiding the Nimzo Indian, which can be played after knight c3, and then the bishop comes to b4. b6 is the main move after knight f3, and here g3 is the main move for white, but Mouhamed played knight c3, giving black the chance to play a Nimzo Indian after all. But black did not play that, he played bishop b7, fianchettoing that queen's bishop. And here a3 is the main move to avoid bishop b4, but bishop g5 was played by Mouhamed, also a common move. Bishop e7, e3, black castled, bishop got developed to d3, h6, asking that bishop a question, and Mouhamed decided to retreat to h4. Here d5 is a move that has been played a lot at Grandmaster level, but also the move from black c5 has been played before. And now a strange move from Mouhamed. He took on f6. White has wasted a move by first going back to h4 and then taking on f6 a move later. Black got this c7, c5 move in for free this way. Magnus Carlsen, instead of taking on f6, played castling kingside in a game against Peter Leko. Leko took on d4 and Carlsen took back with the e-pawn. More logical play than taking on f6 after first having retreated to h4. But no harm done. It's a blitz game after all, and it's not a very bad mistake. It's just a waste of time. Black took back with the bishop, and d5, and now we understand Mouhamed's idea. He wanted to play d5 without losing a pawn, and that's why he took on f6, because that knight on f6 was protecting the d5 square. Black can still win a pawn by taking on c3, with check, removing that defender of the d5 pawn. Then the variation goes as follows: b takes, e takes, c takes, and bishop takes, and black has won a pawn anyway. But after d5, black decided not to go for winning that pawn. He played d6. Mouhamed went back to c2 with the bishop. Now the queen also protects the d5 pawn. And now black decided to take on c3 anyway. But now he doesn't win a pawn, because now the queen on d1 is also protecting the d5 pawn. B takes, the pawn on d5 is protected well enough, and black decided not to take on d5, he played e5, closing the position. Both players have played very quickly so far, as they had to in a blitz game. They both have used about half a minute here. Queen d3, Mouhamed is making his intentions very clear. He's going to attack the black king on g8. He's setting up this battery. Very strong battery, queen and bishop with the queen up front, and also please note that he's keeping his king in the center so that the rook on h1 will also be able to play part in this attack. For the moment Mouhamed is threatening checkmate on h7, and black saw that and played f5, blocking the diagonal. e4 from Mouhamed, bishop c8, that bishop did not have a future on the diagonal anymore, with those pawns on d5 and e4, and decides to go to a diagonal which is open. The bishop will have more influence there. Yes, the bishop goes back to its initial square, but sometimes it is good. The bishop has more scope there. Queen e3, f4 hitting the queen, and queen back to e2. There comes that bishop, g4, it does now something, it pins the knight. It does a lot more there than it did on b7 when it was just looking at that pawn on d5. So a nice, instructive bishop maneuver from black. Mouhamed immediately decides to ask that bishop a question. And he dropped back to h5 after 20 seconds of thought. And now strange move from Mouhamed. Not a bad move, but he played a4. Suddenly a move on the other side of the board, out of the blue. Black has to finish his development. Knight d7. That took him another 20 seconds. Rook g1. Making his intentions again very clear. Wanting to play up the g-pawn. Bishop g6. Strange move. Now the knight on f3 is not pinned anymore. There comes g4. And look at this one. Bishop h7. Black's bishop maneuver h5 to g6 to h7 is quite odd. It seems he didn't know how to react to White's intention to attack on the king side. More importantly, he used a minute and a half, which is half of his total time for this game, for the last 4 moves. And that's not a very good use of time. What he should have done instead of retreating to h7, he should have taken en passant f takes g3, and black will get counterplay along the f-file. But bishop h7 was played, and Mouhamed played g5. This game is a good example of why attacking is easier than defending. For the moment, Mouhamed just keeps going forward with his pieces. Black took on g5, knight takes, queen f6, and the knight goes to this very nice square on e6. That is a beautiful square for the knight. Hitting the rook on f8, so rook f7 was played. And queen g4. Mouhamed keeps going forward, bringing his pieces into attacking positions. Now there's a lot of pressure on the g7 pawn. Attacked 3 times, but for the moment it's also defended 3 times by queen, rook and king. Knight f8 from black. Trying to deal with that strong knight on e6. But Mouhamed did not want to swap that piece. He played knight g5, hitting the rook again. Rook stepped aside. By the way, by this time, it's move 25. Black was already down to a few seconds on the clock. He was playing on the increment. And for the second time, Mouhamed makes a move away from the action. a5, probably to confuse his opponent, who was playing on seconds. Rook b8, good reaction. Bishop a4, that was Mouhamed's idea. He wanted to bring that bishop, which was doing nothing on c2, into the attack. Find a way to bring that bishop in there as well. B takes a5, good move. Black needs counterplay desperately, and now at least he has the open b file for his rook. Bishop c6. That bishop is not really taking part yet into the attack, although it takes this e8 square away, which is quite handy. Here rook b3 is the best move. Counterplay, attacking that c-pawn. But black played bishop g6 instead. Probably wanting to maybe move that bishop to e8 to neutralize this piece coming in his position on c6. And Mouhamed still attacking, still going forward. There goes the h-pawn, h4. Bishop f7 and h5. Finally black infiltrates with the rook on b2. And now Mouhamed plays a bad one. He was also getting low on time. He had about 17 seconds here. Black was playing on the increment still. He pushed h6. And that's not a very good move, because black could have taken it. Queen takes, and black is taking over the attack. For example, bishop h5 is a threat here. And black will push white's pieces back. But black did not have time to think. After h6, he did not find queen takes h6. He played g6. And now white has a winning blow that Mouhamed did not find. Queen c8 is a very nice move. Black has a very weak back rank. White is winning here. He has a mate threat, and black can only survive that mate threat by giving up material. Let's look at the mate threat itself. Let's make a very silly move for black. Let's play a4. And then we see a mate in 5. If you want to look for yourself, put the video on pause. How can white checkmate the black king with his pieces? The first move is h7 check. Protected by the knight, so the king cannot take. So king g7. And then a very nice move. White promotes to a queen. Yes, that queen can be taken, but now the knight on f8 is unprotected. And that leads to mate in a few moves. Queen takes. Bishop g8 only move. There comes the rook. Giving check. Rook h7 only move. And either rook takes h7 is checkmate, or queen takes f6 is checkmate. Very nice, all those pinned black pieces. So queen c8 is the winning move here, but Mouhamed did not find it and played h7 check instead. And for the second time, black could have taken that runaway h-pawn. Knight takes h7 and black is hanging on. But black played king h8 instead. And Mouhamed did not have to be asked twice. This time he found that great move, queen c8. It's still winning, and Mouhamed played it. Black must have totally panicked here, did not see what to do, didn't have any time to think, played a4 and got checkmated. Queen takes f8 check, the bishop has to interpose, that's the only move. And now there is a mate in one, and that's what Mouhamed said in his introduction, that he had missed mate in one. There's two checkmate moves here. Queen takes g8 checkmate, or h takes g8. Promotion to a queen is also checkmate. Promotion to a rook as well, by the way. But in this position, Mouhamed, also very low on time, took the queen. And actually, I like that he took the queen. A famous chess player once said, when you can choose between checkmate and winning the queen, then you should just take the queen. Just in case you made a mistake and the checkmate is in fact not checkmate. You might then still lose if you sacrifice something for checkmate. Taking a full queen will win you the game anyway. Rook g7 is the only legal move here. And again there's a mate in two with h takes g8, queen check. King has to take, and then queen d8 is checkmate. But Mouhamed played another move. Knight e6 was the last move of the game. And the black king will be mated in a few moves. Black overstepped the time limit here. It doesn't really matter. He is going to be mated. He's also half a box of pieces down. A great win from Mouhamed against an opponent rated 150 points more than him on chess.com. And according to Mouhamed, black was a national master as well. Mouhamed got himself a master scalp. Well done, Mouhamed. Well played. And thank you very much for sending me this game so I could share it with the Chess to Impress community. In this game, Mouhamed set up a very nice kingside attack. Black clearly did not know how to handle it, lost a lot of time on the clock, did not play the most accurate moves. Mouhamed kept going forward and black succumbed under the pressure. And this is the position after my 20th move in the game of Rick against the Chess to Impress viewers. I'm playing white, you're playing black. Last week, in the Sunday video of the viewers games, I played the bishop from e2 to d3. I said I wanted to make your break move f7, f5 more difficult by taking more control over that square. It was your turn. You put your moves in the comment section. Let's see what you came up with. And look at this long list of moves. 11 different moves were suggested by the viewers. A total of 21 viewers submitted a move. And as you can see, knight b6 to d7 narrowly won. That is your move. Bishop c8 to b7 was a very close second. In fact, there was a viewer called Raj, a very faithful viewer, who submitted his move bishop g7. I commented saying, well, you probably mean bishop b7 because bishop g7 is not possible. There is already a bishop on g7. Sometimes viewers get mixed up on the coordinates of the chessboard. So I presume Raj meant bishop b7, but he said bishop g7, so I did not count that one. And that's why knight b6 to d7 has won. But as you can see, many other moves were suggested. Rook to f8, bishop d4, bishop takes h3, a piece sacrifice, queen h4, bishop e5, g5, rook a7, knight b to d7, so the other knight, and bishop takes c3 was also suggested. But knight b6 to d7 is your move. So let's put it on the board. There goes that knight to d7. And now it is my move again, and I have talked a lot in this viewers game series about talking to your pieces. So I had a little chat with my pieces, and the knight on d2 said to me that he was not very happy there. not a lot of influence in the game. And he said, do you see that juicy square on c4? Now that the knight on b6 is gone, that square on c4 looks very nice for the knight. And I agreed with my piece, and my move is indeed knight d2 to c4. That is my 21st move, and it is your turn again. You can take part in this game by putting your 21st move in the comment section underneath this video. And next Sunday, in viewers game number 115, we'll make the next move for black and then for white. So please put your move in the comment section. I'm looking forward to seeing them there. And by doing so, you will not only be part of this wonderful game, also you will be in the raffle. At the end of the game, I will raffle a chess book amongst the viewers who have taken part in this game. So please start submitting your moves in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video of Mouhamed's impressive win. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel and please leave a comment. If you like the video, if you like the viewers game series, then please share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. If you would like your game to be analyzed, you can send it to me by email to classroomchess64@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.